Come on. Yeah. All right. Oh, nobody's here because this show isn't normally a thing. See if anybody shows up. Didn't tell anybody. Not a regular night. We'll see. There is one person here. It's Steve. How are you, my friend? Steve doesn't have anything to do in his life. He's like just sitting on the internet waiting for people to do live shows. He's just hovering on YouTube, just waiting. He's like, oh, there's one. You're playing chess? Ooh. Just fancy pants. Chess isn't a fancy pants. I think chess it feels like it's fancy pants, like it's a hoity-toity kind of game. I play chess. Well, doesn't have to be all hoity-toity. Shh, it's a secret. That's right. Apav. Apav. In a restaurant in Atlanta, spaghetti, no sound, left earbuds in the hotel. Well, just tell him to put it up. Are you at a place with a TV? Just like tell him to put it up there. Turn the sound on. But he can't hear me. Go back to the hotel and get your earbuds. Just like need to write things and then hold them up for him. I see a painted wall. There are 4 painted walls in here. The first coat is on. I figured I was going to be out here painting tonight, and I have enough painting footage for my videos that I probably can just say like, then I did another coat. And we can just keep going. Then I was like, I'm going to be out here painting. I might as well hang out with my friends on the internet if any of them show up. But like, look at it. It's all white. Well, there's areas that are, like I said, it's all white. All whitish. That's just shadow. But it's still, there's still a tinge of the green coming through in a lot of areas. It's a little bit splotchy. You can see some areas that I didn't do as good as other areas. That area right there, I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see where I wrote shop reno in big painted white letters for my thumbnail for the shop reno video. I painted shop reno right there so that I could get my thumbnail, and then I painted over it. So now you can see the letters a little bit under through there. But the big beam is all done. The brackets for hanging the track for the garage is done. And all of the corners, like all the intersections, are all extra done because I started with them. And then I've just been doing rolling. So we're gonna start on coat 2. And like I said, I was like, if I'm gonna be out here, I don't need any more footage of me painting, probably. So if you're gonna be painting, turn on the show, hang out with your friends. I do have a Mike's never had this food before. Get that out of the way real quick. Because why not? That's another future video for me to release. And it'll look really terrible with this terrible background. Maybe I'll do it like with all of my stuff like this. Yeah, let's do it like that. All my stuff under tarps and things, or drop cloths. Yeah, we'll do this. Will be fun. Okay. Okay, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. It's time for Mike's never had this food before. Oh, it's still super echoey in here. I don't like it. This episode is another chocolate-based product. Most of them have been chip-based. This is not. I've had a few chocolate-based episodes. This one is the Hershey's birthday cake chocolate bar. Birthday cake flavored cream with sprinkles. I don't know. Don't know. It looks white chocolate. And I'm not huge on white chocolate, but it's okay. It's not my favorite. What do we got? Nutritional ingredients are under the flap. It's not good for you. I mean, let's just say like 41% of your daily saturated fat per half of one of these bars. So this whole bar would be 82% of your daily saturated fat recommendation. That seems like a lot. And 27% of your daily recommended sugar intake in half of one of these bars. So, I mean, it's a chocolate bar. It's not supposed to be good for you. Let's give it a try. The Hershey's birthday cake. Don't know. Oh, it's, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's a white chocolate dealie, for sure. It's definitely, it smells like birthday cake. It kind of looks like birthday cake. But does it taste like birthday cake? Kind of. Yeah. Accurate representation. Hershey's. That's better than it should be. That's surprisingly pretty good. I didn't have high hopes for this. I don't really like sprinkles. And I don't even really care for birthday cake. That's pretty good. That's going to get a better score than I was expecting. Surprisingly better than you would think. I mean, unless you thought it was going to be pretty good. That's a good. It's not really my thing. I don't think I'll buy it again. But only because, not because it's not good, but because I prefer better chocolate bars. They're more, it's not my thing, but it's pretty good. It's like a 7.6. Pretty surprisingly good. 7.6 from me, who doesn't really like sprinkles or birthday cake, really. Better than it should be. 7.6. Hershey's caught me off guard with that one. Good work, Hershey's. Yeah, won't buy again, but do recommend if you're a fan of birthday cake and or sprinkles. Good work. All right, so that's been this edition of Mike's never had this food before. That's pretty okay. I'm gonna sit back down. It's a little lingery. White. It has that white chocolate sort of stick in your mouth linger that white chocolate has. But that's, I mean, it's white chocolate, which is not chocolate, but are you on live chat? I am not. Now I am. High praise for sure. Better than I thought. I was not expecting much. I went to Shoppers Drug Mart to get a Coke. And it's like, let's just see if they have anything that would make a Mike's never had this food before. And they were on sale. I think it was $3, which is, I mean, more than I want to pay for a chocolate bar, but feels like everything these days is like, is that how much things cost now? Oh, shitty. You know? So, oh, let's do a little bit of painting. Like I said, I was going to be out here in the shop anyway, painting coat number 2 on some areas. So we'll hang out while I'm doing that. Yeah, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll come check on you once in a while and see what's being said. So, I'm gonna put you over here. We'll start back here. We can tell on this wall, especially, that this used to be white. This used to be seafoam green. So that's what the coat 1 did. Put you back here. You gotta pour out some paint. Anybody who knows about house painting? Like, how often are you supposed to change these things? Because I've been just using this one the whole time. Are you supposed to swap these out? Like, is there a reason that I bought 3-pack? Because you're supposed to use them more frequent, like switch them more frequently, like sandpaper? When it starts leaving clumps, I don't even know how I would notice. Because it's a garage and I'm probably not even going to notice clumps. I should start at one side and go across, but that was really bothering me where that line was. This line right here, also you can see probably. Yeah, you can. This used to be white because it was where she stopped painting the seafoam green because there was something in the way. So I'm gonna make sure that these transition areas are good. I'm gonna just kind of like haphazardly go around and paint where it feels like I need paint. And then maybe tomorrow night after work, I'll have a look and see what areas look like they could use another go. Because I assume that I'll see more upon reflection, and after it dries and stuff, I'll have a better idea about where things are thin. Cans of paint go both not as far as you would think and also further than you think. I was kind of surprised how far the first can of paint went. And then all of a sudden the second can is like over half gone, and I'm not really sure. It was just like gone. I don't know. I guess the first can was all of the edges, so like all the corners that I did, so that I didn't have to get, like, I did a 3-inch band along the top of the wall and the top of the and the edge of the ceiling, all the way around. And I was like, well, this paint's going a really long way, but I mean, it's really only this much that you're using all the way around. So yeah, I guess, yeah, okay. It's when you start getting to like the rest of the wall that the paint starts disappearing. You guys can't see me anymore over here. I'm hiding. Do a second coat on this wall and then I'll sit down. Let's move you. All right, we'll move you over here on the shop vac. Look at that. You can see me. I also don't know if there's like a proper technique to rolling paint onto a wall. I'm just like, roll the paint onto the wall. I go in multiple different directions because that seems to get good coverage. Go back and get more paint when it feels like you don't have enough paint. Not going to be a super exciting show. But, like I said, I was going to be out here doing it anyway. And I could only do so many different angles in the edited project video of like Mike rolls paint on the wall. That's already looking significantly better. So like, the areas that I could tell for sure didn't have enough on them are gone. Way better. Guess you really do need 2 coats, eh? That's way better. I don't know. That's shadow. I think it's shadow. Over here? Yeah. That's shadow. That's the better wall. Can't see the 2 little sober man paints wall. Exciting ass show. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, this is totally the kind of job that 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I would have been like, I'm gonna get hammered and paint my garage. Woohoo! And I would have fallen off the ladder if I would have done this 4 months ago. I'm sure I would have. Missed a spot. Top to bottom will help you get even coverage. Uh-oh. What's going on? In a few months, I'm going to say I will miss the green walls. But I'll just be saying it. Oh, I missed the green walls. So yeah, it's true that it's going to be weird not having green walls. But I'm absolutely not going to miss the green walls. Anyone else on board with me about outlets? At least checking if he can add a circuit without much pain. I forget if he has at least 2. I have 7 circuits. I have 7 circuits out here, dude. Just make sure you're rolling and not sliding. I had noticed that a few times when I was doing my first round of rolling. I was going too quick, like sideways to the next roll, and it was like, shh. I was like, he says it's not an exciting show, but there's a lot of action in this one. Wait for the watch paint dry live show. I don't think I'll do that one. I mean, we could do that tonight. I got to 80% battery power, so I could just be done the painting for tonight, and we could just watch that wall dry if you want. Paul's here. You might have painted the outlet covers white as well. I didn't. Took them off. I was going to ask somebody who knows, though. These were obviously painted the seafoam green. Can I paint these? Like, do I have to turn off the power to paint these? I don't want these to be like seafoam white. I'm going to paint the covers that I took off. I think I'm going to go with Rikon blue for accent in here. But I don't know, because I have a couple of spray paint cans of it. It's not really Rikon blue. It's like a little bit dark. It's not quite a Prussian blue, but it's on that. It's almost there. Vardis is like, yeah, I know. I just noticed. I got all over my shirt. Now I look like I actually work for the Pawnee Parks and Rec department. because I've been out like painting street lights or something. Lots of holes in the wall. Yeah, I know. Some of these ones were from the tool wall where I was putting in the dowels, and it just went all the way through and went into the wall. That's all. That's what a lot of these ones are. They're like 3/8 inch Forstner bit holes. A bunch of these ones. Why would you paint the outlets? Because I don't want them to be seafoam green. Because the last person painted them when they painted the walls, and now they're seafoam green. What are they, a bucket piece? No, the actual plugs, dude. The covers, I'm gonna... I'm not gonna take out plugs and rewire the plugs just because they have seafoam green paint on them. The odd RGB lamp can be a nice flexible color accent if you want to see how different colors feel in the space. Oh, that's an idea. I'm just thinking like I'm gonna have a few little pops of color with some like arty type bits. But in terms of like the outlet covers, the trim around the door, the electrical panel, I guess I'm probably going to end up covering that anyway. I guess that's really it. Better off replacing, they do wear out. Then I have to mess with electricity. I don't like messing with electricity. Electricity scares me a little bit, as I think it should. Because you can understand all of the physics of what's happening. And then, like, because it's invisible, and it can kill you like really quick if you do something wrong. Just trying to understand your OCD about the plug color. I mean, you've had a three-prong plug, 6, thank you very much, that was burned. Yeah, I know, but I'm doing a renovation. And I just kind of don't want the old remnants of the seafoam green. And clearly, they can be painted because people paint over them all the time. But like, I don't want to replace the actual plug. I might just paint it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have seafoam green plugs showing through the... No, I don't want that. Maybe I'll just sand off the seafoam green. Just get a little piece of sandpaper and just sand off the seafoam green paint on the plugs. That's what I might do. Don't ever mess with electricity or gas if you're not a pro. Well, gas especially, but I mean, I've done a little bit of, like, I have wired a plug. I learned how to wire a plug on a YouTube video, and I wired a plug to put in the overhead microwave range hood thing in my kitchen. Needed to wire a plug for that above the stove, so I wired a plug for that. It's fine. I just don't like it. Kyle is here. Feel that on the electricity. I have a dimmer switch I've been meaning to replace for a year, but I keep finding ways to put it off. Yeah, I just don't. Electricity, it's one of those things. I just don't mess with it. Chili Man's here too. Scotty, how are you, my friend? Hope you are well. I'm currently working on a nightstand drawing in SketchUp that we're building in the shop next week. I'm in my final year of carpentry school. Sweet. I want to get into SketchUp because it's cool. I've played around in it a little bit, but I'm not comfortable being uncomfortable in the software, and I don't want to fight through that uncomfortable phase of like learning the software. Won't be here for too long. Smoko break while we work. Okay. Who's this Kyla person? Really? I think he's just saying that we haven't seen you for a while. I own my house and I do all my electric plumber work myself, trained by YouTube. Yeah, I know. Because you're like that. But maybe if you wouldn't have done all of that work yourself, you'd still have 2 functioning feet. Huh? You ever think of that? Maybe if you sub out some of the work once in a while, you keep your limbs in better shape. Life getting in the way, as it'll do. You may scrape the white off and see the green under it. Well, I can already see, like on this one, the seafoam green is already starting to chip away, so I should just be able to. Oh yeah. I just watching gonna electrocute myself here on the show. Yeah, I'm just gonna scrape it off. Yeah. Had a visit by a wound doctor today. Aren't all doctors wound doctors? I know what you mean. Very painful, but she removed the infected part. That sounds terrible. You're right. The ground is busted on that outlet. This outlet should probably be replaced. Okay, maybe I'll do this one. I don't think I'm doing that one over there, though. Fine. It's just the plastic part that's busted. Add it to the list. I know. I really didn't want to have to mess with electricity during this, though. You can always kill the power, put something small like paper inside, paint over, remove. Yeah, I'll just get a new outlet. It's fine. Plug something in, flip breaker to make sure it turns off. Go in with screwdriver swinging. I know. I just don't want to. Don't want to. I will, and if I'm gonna do that one, I might as well do that one and that one. Do all the in the wall ones while I'm doing it. I want to get my shop back functional. I guess I can get my shop back functional and then do that. Because even without those, I have 6 circuits. Those 2 are on one. Is he still clean? Unless you count caffeine and nicotine. You put your Christmas lights up yet? No. Christmas at my house is not allowed to start until December 1st. In fact, my wife books off December 1st every year so that at midnight on November 31st, she can start. And I wake up on December 1st and my whole house has exploded in fucking glitter and garlands and candy canes and trees and tinsel and the shower curtain is Christmas and the bath mat is Christmas and the tea towels hanging on the stove are Christmas, and it's just it's late in Scotland. All right. Later, my friend. Thanks for coming by from Scotland. There's no November 31st. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. You're right. So then you know what I meant. Smart ass. Don't make me go back to painting. Because I will. Yeah, she does go hard. She goes hard. She is not a fan of me putting my foot down. I don't put my foot down on a lot. I put my foot down on December 1st as the start of Christmas. And she makes up for it. And that's exactly how I feel about it too, Kyla. I like Christmas. In my ideal world, Christmas would be all out for a week. But like, you don't need 2 months. The shorter you make the celebration, the more special the celebration is. You know? Like, you do Christmas for a month, you just like, it takes away the specialness of it. It's the Leo in us. I don't know if I just feel like it's more special because it's not as long. I don't like it. It pisses me off when I see Christmas decorations in stores for sale in September or October. Like, it's like, I know why they do it, because they're trying to get us to spend money. They're trying to remind you that you should start spending money for Christmas. How about Halloween for all of October? The same thing. I mean, I think it's fine for October to be Halloween. And then at the end of it, it's the big celebration. But I feel the same. I feel that way about Christmas. December 1st, you can have Christmas for a whole month. All right, might be back off to make orders. Yay, orders! That means that you're selling things. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna have one of my dirty cigarettes. And then maybe we'll do coat 2 on another section while we're out here doing the hangout. And I've got a tray full of paint now. I might as well get it used. It's a lot brighter in here. It is a lot brighter in here. Just from making the walls white, it's a lot brighter in here. And then when I more than double the amount of light, going from 4 4-foots to 6 8-foots, somebody will do a percentage for me. That feels like a Sean McGill thing. How many percentage increase is that? From 4 4-foots to 6 8-foots. That's like a 225% increase. Does that sound correct? He's probably gone. He's probably like, I don't want to watch him paint. Oh, put you guys down over here. I was firing up the barbecue. Oh, what are you having? If you weren't 3 hours away, I might come for barbecue. 2x4 to 4x8. No, 4 4-foot lights to 6 8-foot lights. So I'm going from 16 feet of lights to 16 feet of lights to 6 8 to 48. I missed the ceiling. I didn't miss it. I'm doing it last. Shut up. I'm way ahead of schedule here, you guys. Like, my ambitious best case scenario for this process was 2 weeks. And I am already second coat of paint on parts of this 8 days in. So, like, I was thinking my super ambitious 2 weeks was actually, in my head, I was realistically thinking between 3 and 4. And so it might be just 2 weeks of my stuff being out of here. Like, it's possible that on Monday my stuff starts coming back from my parents' place. It's not probable, but it's possible. Even 300% increase? Okay. You realize how dirty your white walls will get even with your dust collection running? You realize that, shut up. I don't have anything. I got nothing tonight. Yeah, I know, but it'll be nice and crisp and better than seafoam green. And most of it's going to be covered anyway. Like, most of you guys didn't even notice that the walls in here were seafoam green because there was stuff on all of them. I do very much like that you can see shop reno. If you look really close at that wall. Oh, not from there you can't. Hold on. That. Can you see the shop reno under there? Because the thumbnail, I painted shop reno. Up here. And then so the thumbnail is going to be me with a paint roller painting the word shop reno. Shop reno with a paint roller. I can see it. Go over there and take care of that. Oh, that's not a very good shot for you guys. I'm still here, I promise. Super exciting Wednesday show. Mike paints the walls of the shop all white. I can see them going more white. So that's good. They are absolutely slowly losing their tint, their undertone of green. I just felt a drop of paint hit me in the top of the head. When you come back, you step back from it and you can see a lot better. But a lot of this is going to be covered by cabinets and wood and tools. I do want to do like a relatively decent job of it though. Like I half-ass enough of things in my life. But I also want to get back to actually making stuff. There's a fine line, there's going to be a fine line between doing a better job and getting my shop back together. gonna be one of those get to the point where you're just sick of working on it and then get back to work. Stupid nail there. That's about another half of this wall. I can see where I left off right there. That all looks pretty good. Maybe right there a little bit. Right there. Yeah, you really gotta like back away from it and then look for spots. That looks pretty good though. I like it. I'm down, I'm over to there now with coat 2. I guess let's get to at least the conduit so that I know where I'm leaving off. Well, let's just use the paint that's in the tray, actually. That'll be where we stop for tonight. Let's see. Yeah. There. I think I've only got about two more paint loads or 2 more roller loads left of paint here, so I'll get to pretty close to the conduit. There we go. That'll be enough for tonight. That's pretty good. Into one spot. Ow. Yep, that'll do. That's got me 2 coats on, full coats on the back wall, and the side wall about 3/4 of the way. 1 coat on this wall all the way, coat around the garage door, the beam, the ceiling edges, the door frame. That's pretty good. That's ahead of where I, by all rights, should be with everything else that's work and teaching and life. Yeah, that's pretty good. We got a little bit going in the beard. A little bit of distinguished happening in there. I'm a little warm. Yeah, getting closer. I painted my garage after I bought the house. Then right before I got solar, wifey wanted one wall gray so we could hang the batteries on it. Okay. White ceiling going to be a bigger change. Yeah. White ceiling with 300% increase in lights. How did you stash your planes and saws and stuff? Bath towels in a Rubbermaid tote. No, yes. Rubbermaid tote, yes. Towels, no. Because they're just down at my parents' garage, which is 6 blocks away. And they got loaded in and then moved down there, and they'll be fine. I miss them, but they'll be fine for a couple weeks. Like I said, maybe if everything goes right, I mean, depending on how late I feel like staying out here tonight and finishing the second coat, maybe on the walls, then tomorrow night band practice. Then Friday night, maybe do the first coat on the ceiling. Friday night after work. That's bothering me. Possibly Friday night after work, do the first coat on the ceiling. But if not, Sunday. Sunday, I'll be out here all day painting if I don't get to it before then. And finish off whatever needs to get finished off in terms of painting on Sunday. So that theoretically on Monday I could go down and start getting stuff from my parents and moving it back in. And then rejigging everything, and then new lights, and then dust collection, piping. And then I'm back in business. Yeah. That'll be awesome. Nice, crisp, fresh space with newly organized tool placement. I have decided the bench, I decided sort of spontaneously, because I decided the bench that was along that wall over there that had the pegboard on it that my drill press and oscillating belt sander and stuff lived on, and it just collected stuff. I decided when I was clearing stuff out and pulling things away from the walls so that I could paint, I decided to just break that bench down into to get it out of my way, because it was taking up more room than I wanted it to. And there was a lot of screws involved in that bench. So when I took it apart, I was like, I'm not putting this back together. This is now just a stack of 2x4s. So this wall, I'm going to build cabinets for my tools along this wall. Jointer, planer, drum sander. Possibly oscillating belt sander as well. Are going to get cabinets over here. It'll go bandsaw. How will it go? It'll go bandsaw, the yet to be purchased drum sander, planer, jointer, dust collector, with a one run of pipe to each of those things. And it'll probably just be plain old, plain Jane plywood boxes. Not gonna go crazy with it, but we've met me, and I'll probably go a little bit. I'll build the boxes out of plywood, and then I'll probably do something stupid like trim it out with walnut, or no. What I'll do to match the rest of the cabinets that will eventually all be Douglas fir and red oak and walnut, I'll probably do the boxes out of just plain plywood, but I'll face frame them, or edge band face frame them in Douglas fir, and then the drawer fronts will be a combination of Douglas fir and walnut. And any doors will be Douglas fir with red oak panel, so that they match the rest of the cabinets. Yeah, that sounds pretty sexy. Yeah, I like that. As long as I get a decent plywood. Decent plywood's expensive though. Like even just like kind of decent plywood is expensive. Did I do something? Oh, I think I'm back. Oh, I was wondering why nobody was talking. I did the whole the chat messed up again. Wait, he's not going to fill the nail holes. No. No, I'm not going to fill the nail holes. Why would I do such a ridiculous thing? I'm just going to put more in. Use toothpaste to fill nail holes? Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if they're just nail holes. It's another thing if they're 3/8 inch Forstner bits. These guys back here are from when I put in dowels into my plane wall, and they went through the back and into the wall. So these are 3/8 inch Forstner bit holes. Look at him go. Yeah, right. Spaghetti on my screen. Rinse or wrap your roller. I'm just going to throw that one out. That one doesn't owe me anything. I got a 3-pack of like, this is another question. Like, I'm not really a house painty guy, obviously. But I couldn't bring myself to spend the money on good rollers. Because the difference between like a good roller and a like mediocre roller, and then there's like levels of roller. And I was like, these ones will be fine. Thank you very much for my garage shop. Make sure you do post-paint care of that roller. No, it's going in the garbage. Forget it. I bought a 3-pack of them for $8 or something. And I did the whole first coat and most of the second coat with one roller. So that's like $250. I'm not cleaning $250 worth of paint roller. And I might, after the show, I might decide let's do some more. I'd start here and start going that way, and I'll just keep using that one. And then at the end of the day, I'm gonna throw it in the garbage can. Like $250. I see a hint of seafoam green peeking out from beneath the white, just over his left shoulder. Oh, your stupid comment is in the way. There probably will be some patchiness to it. I don't think that there will be enough to justify doing a third coat, when that'll be the difference between having my shop back operational 2 days earlier than otherwise. And I want to give my parents back their garage too. Like, I took over most of their garage. They're parking in their driveway. I put a lot of wood in there. And all my tools. And the only places that white is going to be showing through is between cabinets and tool walls and stuff. Just fucking shut up. It'll be fine. Leave me alone. These are giant holes. That's like, I couldn't get the tip of my pinky finger in there. This is from the tool wall where I was putting in dowels to hang planes. And you go through the back of the wall or the back of the plywood, and oh, there, that was the back of it. And so I got a bunch of those. It's fine. It's going to be a heck of an improvement. So shut up. At least I can still use both my feet, Paul. That's all I have. And I can eat like a regular human being sized piece of steak. That's what she said? I admit, I don't know what that's connected to, so it doesn't matter. Mike's never painted over seafoam green before. It's true. Not until just this week. Honestly, the real difference, the real difference is going to be when the ceiling happens and then the new lights go in. It's already way brighter in here, just from the walls. Ceiling with 300% increase in lighting. Yeah. It's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm excited for it to be done. I've been excited for it to be done for like 2 years. So. You know what's bad? When he gets everything back on the walls and it looks great, we will remember he didn't fill the holes. You go ahead and remember that, my friend. You remember that all the way to the bank. I don't even know what that means. Like, remember it all the way to the bank? What? The renovation, speaking of all the way to the bank, sort of, I guess. Hey, Thooks. Thooks is here. Thooks is in Ohio. And his name is Leslie. His or her? I don't know. Leslie, I think. I know both men and women named Leslie. Oh, he's in Washington. Oh, did I get the name right? Ohio? To be fair, Ohio is a safe guess. Because, like, a lot of Ohio's watch. Leslie, yes. I am a woman, but named after my great uncle. Hey, all right. Okay, well, then I got 50% correct. And Ohio is a safe guess. And don't call me Shirley. Ah, hey-oh. That was a good movie. Oh. What do you mean? Your great uncle was Leslie Nielsen. Is he dead? Is Leslie Nielsen dead? Did I miss that? He is like a Canadian acting icon. I need another Coca-Cola Classic. He died in 2010? Really? I must have known then. Hey, there's no way that I could have not known that. I mean, there is. I had clearly forgotten. I don't know that I've ever seen THX 1138. I know of it, but I don't know that I've ever actually seen it. Where would one, these days, where would one watch that? You're probably thinking of Steve Martin. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not thinking of Steve Martin. But I did actually just find out from a friend of mine, Marv, who sometimes shows up, that Steve Martin and Martin Short have a show about like murderers in the building or something. I was like, wait, what? He's like, I've been watching Murderers in the Building, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know what that is. He's like, it's Steve Martin and Martin Short. I'm like, excuse me? I don't keep up with entertainment, clearly, because I was like, that's something I should know about. Apparently it's funny. And who would have thought with Steve Martin and Martin Short that it would be funny? Need a new Coke? Dude plays a mean banjo. I think it was on YouTube for a while. Yeah, my buddy Marvin was like, oh, just, these are the shows. I don't know how it came up, but he was like, these are the shows I'm watching. I'm like, I've never heard of either of those things. I don't watch shows, really. Sunday night, we do a family movie night, which rotates whose choice it is, and a lot of times we'll do a series. Somebody will pick a series that we're watching. But hasn't been any of those. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. Why'd they have to wreck it with Selena Gomez? It's like I've never even seen the show and I'm judging it already. Like don't be so judgy. Should be one of my resolutions for next year. Stop being so judgy. And like prejudgy, you know? Like, I don't know anything about Selena Gomez. Maybe she's perfectly good at stuff. We started watching Chernobyl again. Probably not a good choice for family movie night, though. I don't know anything about Chernobyl either. Usually, well, these days, right now, I'm picking Rings of Power until we're done that. We just finished, well, not just, but relatively recently finished The Umbrella Academy. We watch usually Sven, when it's his pick, if there's a new Star Wars or Marvel thing, that'll be his pick. We watched the Agatha series. Don't recommend. That wasn't a good use of my time, but it's fine. We just watched Deadpool and Wolverine just like this past week. That was pretty okay. We watched The Mandalorian that way. Yeah, usually Sven's picks are usually going to be a Star Wars or Marvel thing, depending on what's out at any given time. Matt W. C. Ohio. Essential Craftsman on YouTube. Guy is a legend. I don't know the Essential Craftsman. I don't watch a lot of YouTube anymore either. I just like I'm too busy making YouTube to be watching it. And yeah, like once in a while I'll throw it on and see who's making stuff that's cool, but I feel like a lot I don't want to get into it, but like I some people that I've watched on YouTube for a long time I don't watch anymore because either A, um, I've kind of I don't want to say like sound all like look at me, but like I've moved past them in terms of like I watched a lot of Steve Ramsey for a long time when I first started, but I can't really get much from Steve Ramsey anymore, so I don't watch him. I did watch I stopped watching people for different reasons. Either they changed directions or I am less interested in what they do now. So like Jay Bates, he kind of went into CNC and stuff, and I don't really care about that, so I stopped watching that. And then I've moved away from watching people who it feels like they're trying to sell me stuff all the time. So whenever, like, it's fine to get paid. Like, everybody wants to get paid. But it should be more about, I don't feel like when I'm watching you and you're just constantly pitching me purchasing things, I don't like it. All your tools are gone. I know, my shop's empty. What happened to all your tools? They'll be back. The advertising nowadays is brutal. I know, like, well, it's one thing to be like, okay, this show is sponsored by this company or whatever. They're paying me money to talk about them for a minute, like as a mid-roll ad type thing. You know who's got a really good balance, actually? Well, it's right on the edge now. But Bob at I Like to Make Stuff, because he'll be like, he makes it very obvious, like, this is an ad read. It's even most of the time, like, up in the top corner, it's him going like, hey, just buy the Simply Safe, like, security thing. They're sponsoring this video. But sometimes he'll be like, there'll be little pitches for like, oh, like, I sell this Fusion 3D course and stuff that he slides in. That it's fine. Everybody needs to make a living. But if it always feels like you're trying to sell me something, I don't like it. I will actually pay to not have ads. It's fine. Ads are part of the thing, like advertising, but you need to know that it's an advertisement. You need to know that it's being paid for. And if it's your own stuff, like, hey, just mentioning in passing right now, for example, that I'm on Patreon at patreon.com/woodenthings and stuff. If you want to throw me some money, that's where to go do it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with people saying stuff like that and doing stuff like that. It's when it's just constantly like, buy this course and buy this tool and this is and this and that, and it's like, no. Ads today are extremely annoying. They just cut in at any time. No pause for a sponsor, just bam. Yeah. Things are super simple when you've got machines that were sent to you for free, which take all the skill out of the task. I don't know about the whole take all the skill out of the task, but it's hard to, that's another reason that like some people, it's hard to feel like, hey, you can do this too. Or like, it's hard to learn from some people or whatever when they're just constantly using things that are out of your reach. You know, like, I know that you don't need that to get it done. Domino is a good example, but also like, 12-inch helical head jointers and 20-inch planers and all the stuff that everybody, like all the big guys have. And just like, oh, then we'll just fire them all through the planer. And it's like, well, yeah, and I fully admit, like, I have more things than a lot of people. And so, like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just some people work for you in terms of your time investment, and some people don't. And some people's attitude, some people's personalities gel with you, and some people's don't. And some people's personalities gel with you for a while, but then you and they change over time, and now you don't really, that's not really your thing anymore. Totally gonna try that. I was using DuckDuckGo, but was slowing things down on my laptop. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Brave browser. I don't know what that is. Matthias has a 12-inch helical head jointer. Yes, he also sells plans for it. I imagine he does, yes. I imagine he probably does. And while he's telling you about the plans that he has for it, he'll have the charisma of a wet piece of linguine. I'm in the UK, so there's different things on different platforms. And yeah, and UK is a different thing too. Like Axminster seems like a great place based on all of the UK guys. I have no frame of reference because they won't even send me something if I try to order it. They're like, we can't ship you that. I'm like, okay. I'm sure you'll stay humble when you're a big deal while being a big deal. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to become a big deal. John Malecki is like that. Yes, same kind of thing. He seems like a cool dude, but all the extra production value on his videos. And it's a giant warehouse worth hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of tools and stuff in it. And he's got a camera crew and shit. It's just hard to, I don't know. It's like, it feels like a TV show rather than like a dude making stuff. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Mike, do you have a new snack to try? I tried it. It was better than it should have been. It was the Hershey's birthday cake chocolate bar. It's better than it should have been. It looks like, smells like, and tastes like birthday cake. It's better than it should be. I think I gave it like a 7.2, 7.4. Pretty good. And I don't really like sprinkles or birthday cake. But that's pretty okay. YouTube is a side gig for him, more self-promotional. Yeah, I mean, then that's fine. Everybody, I mean, this is a side gig for me too. could go for some pretzel bites about now. I know, I gotta get to Costco and get another couple jugs of pretzel bites. I know what you mean. I stick to guys like you, Woodby Wright, Rex Kruger, and the guy from Sweden, I forget the name of. Even Rex, I mean, I've watched some of his stuff. I think our personalities don't really. He seems like a decent enough dude, but I don't know what it is about him that doesn't really jive with me. John Malecki would rather a project crush his employees to save the project. What? He abused his employee for not saving the project, and the editor kept it in the video. Then it was edited in a few hours. Ooh. Whoa. Damn. Just saw this live show. Can't really stay, but I did hit the thumbs up. Thanks, Kapla. Yeah, right now we're just hanging out. I did paint some. I've got some more to do on the second coat. I'm absolutely not. Please, God, don't do a third coat. I'm going to finish the second coat on everything and convince myself that it's good enough. And then I'm going to do the ceiling. Then all my stuff's going to come back. No. Then I'm going to do the lights. No. And do the ceiling, then all my stuff's going to come back so that my parents can have their garage back. And then I'll do the lights and dust collection. Mike, I know that you're a woodworker and all, but I have an old wardrobe I'm trying to restore that has 10 coats of old oil-based paint on it. Any suggestions on how to get the paint off? Chemical stripper. It's got, I think, the thick ass old oil-based paint. It has to, unfortunately, I think it's a really, really bad for you chemical stripper. And a putty knife. And then you'll get down to almost bare wood, and then it's sandpaper or scrapers. Don't let perfection get in the way of good enough. I agree. That's what I'm convincing myself of. It's got to get to the point where you're okay with it. And then get your stuff back in. Perfection is the enemy of good. I tried paint stripper. It's not working. You got to get a more chemically one. I've tried the ones that are more environmentally friendly, or the ones that are not as bad for you in terms of like the caustic nature of them. They're just not good. It sucks. The ones that are not as bad for you are just not as good at what they do. And it, like, yeah. Not Jesper, although I did like his videos. I was thinking Gillis Bjork. Oh, geez. That sounded, the guy in his 20s using only hand tools, working out of a shed. This guy, and he's in Sweden or something? That sounds like a guy I could get into. Gillis Bjork. I like the sound of that. Oh, it's my friend Canal from Brazil, who speaks in Portuguese, and I don't understand him, but hello. The gel stuff, I use this useless spray crap. Oh yeah, it's the stuff that I used. I haven't done a ton of, I haven't done a lot of stripping. But when I did and it wasn't working on whatever I was doing, I had to get a stuff that came in essentially an acetone type of can that was very, very childproof. And like when you dumped it out, you could tell that it was some serious chemical. Use paint thinner or miracle spirits to remove oil-based paint from previously painted. Whoa, don't ban somebody. Suburban, you kind of like AON. Probably Ian. That's probably pronounced Ian. I enjoy Ian's stuff, but it seems to be all short form, which I block. I cannot stand. I don't like shorts. I don't like any vertical video. Vertical video can go away. I hate it. It can die in a fire. I will try paint thinner. I tried sanding it, but oh yeah, sanding it, it'll just gum up your sandpaper. It's unfortunately, it's a really harsh chemical, I think, my friend, and it's a soaking, and yeah, it sucks. Or really sharp something. How old is it? Does it have a bunch of like coves or is it pretty flat? Because if it's pretty flat, like hand plane. You can hand plane paint. It's gonna you dull the shit out of your tools, but you can sharpen them. Hand plane scrapers, like card scrapers, cabinet scrapers. You get through it. I would start with a really good soaking of a really bad chemical and try to peel up as much of it as I could get. Yeah, in any case, it doesn't really matter what you do. It's going to suck. Oh, I got to do the thing again where I don't know why it keeps pausing the chat. Like it just freezes at one spot, and I'm like, why isn't anybody talking? And then I have to go like back to top chat, and then back to top chat in order to catch up. Gotta go. All right, later, Chili. Look up Ian Reardon. You would like his stuff. Not if it's vertical. Or I could just burn the thing. I mean, that's an option, but you were asking how to get the paint off of it. Well, if you burn it, the paint will come off of it. Ian is Irish, so it's pronounced Owen. Oh. Okay. He embodies the make do with what you've got vibe. Okay, cool. I'll get the nuke chems on it first. Yeah, I mean, try it. Just get the really, really bad for you ones. Unfortunately, in my experience, the worse they are for you, the better they're going to do at their job, which sucks. But, yeah. I think maybe we'll keep this episode a little short. We're at an hour 40 already. Because this show isn't a regular thing. Wasn't even supposed to happen. So maybe we'll just get this one wrapped up. I might do one more paint tray full of paint. Go around this corner and down there for tonight. Maybe I'll just do the rest of the second coat on the whole rest of the garage tonight. If I'm not tired yet, I might as well keep working. My shoulders, and I was like, it's not a thing I'm used to. So like my whatever these muscles are called, and my right wrist from all the brushing in the corners and stuff are not doing all that hot. But I want to get it done. Owen, I pronounced it right, recently put out a video where he went to see a demonstration by a traditional cooper at a distillery. It's not vertical video. Okay, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know why I can't stand it. I don't know why I hate vertical video so much. But, yeah. Have a great weekend. See you Saturday. Stay safe from Cyclone Part 2. I know, right? We got a pretty good blast over the last day and a half of winter, Pacific Northwest winter. Supposed to get another one through on Friday. Yay. On the plus side, is it really though? Is it really a plus? I might be getting another big hunk of a maple tree that came down. My buddy Mikey B sent me a picture of a downed maple on his dad's property. He's like, hey man, you want this? And it's like, what am I gonna, like, I have no way to come get it. I have no way to mill it. He's like, well, I just need to know before it gets chopped up into firewood. And I was like, okay, don't chop it up into firewood. I'll think about it. Just don't chop it up into firewood. So, I don't know. Not a fan of channels with VVS usually. I don't know what VVS is, and I don't know what usually is. They made a big deal out of that bomb cyclone here in Washington. My wind chimes didn't even move. It hit us pretty good. Like, it was a pretty solid blast. But, like, we get probably 2 or 3 of those per winter. And I didn't really know, I wasn't really sure why this one, after the fact, I'm thinking like, why did this one get a special fancy name? Like, those are just things that happen pretty regularly in the winter here. But it was pretty, like, it blew pretty good. It took down some trees, obviously. My buddy Seth probably has to replace his roof, like his shingles, because it did a number on his roof. Vertical video syndrome. Oh, okay. Mike, are you in BC? I am in BC. I'm on Vancouver Island. I'm in Campbell River. The low pressure center dropped 42 millibars in 24 hours, which is uncommon. That's a lot of millibars. 24 is a lot of millibars. $24 millibars is 7 more than 17. That's just facts. Okay, let's make sure you guys aren't frozen. Nope. Okay, just stop talking. I am good for this show for tonight, I think, because it's an abnormal, out of the ordinary Wednesday night show. I think I am, while I'm still awake and not super sleepy, I'm gonna do the rest of second coat, starting here and working around that way back to that wall. Get that done tonight so that maybe Friday night, depending on how I feel after work, I can start coat 1 of ceiling, and then Sunday do coat 2 of ceiling and be done painting. That sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Yeah. And then I can move everything back and start bringing stuff back on Monday. That means the stuff is only in my parents' garage for 2 weeks. And technically, if I move everything back in to where it's supposed to be, my shop would be back functional within 2 weeks of starting the process, which is insane. Yeah, I would be very, very happy, even if it was 3 full weeks of reno, I would have been very happy. But which it probably will be. Even if I start bringing stuff back from my parents' place on Monday, it'll probably be like some stuff Monday, some stuff Tuesday, starting to set it up on Wednesday, dust collection by it'll be 3 weeks at least. Ty S. Sorry I tuned in late. This isn't even a regular show. Like the Wednesday nights is not usually a thing. I just figured that I was out here painting anyway, so I might as well go live. The usual show is on Saturday. God, I want chocolate now. You should go to try this one. If you like birthday cake and sprinkles, this is a pretty good one. I won't buy it again because it's not my thing, but like it caught me off guard how much I didn't not like it. When's the next live stream? Saturday night, 5:45 my time. So 5:45 Pacific on Saturdays is the usual time, and I always tell people whether or not it's not going to happen. Either the week before on the live show or on my social media pages or whatever. So I try to let people know if it's not going to happen. I haven't missed too many this year. I will have to miss one more at least for the Christmas market that I'm in on the 7th of December. And I think I have one more Saturday night class that I have to teach between now and the end of the year. But almost every Saturday, 5:45 Pacific. And that is it for tonight. I'm going to get back to painting, get the second coat done, so that I can start on the ceiling as soon as possible. It's going well. See you then. All right. Bye for now, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. See you on Saturday night if you're around. We'll see how much further I am by then. Maybe the ceiling will be done by then. Maybe not. I got to work every day between now and then. So, but I'm in a good place, I think. Bye for now.